What's going on? This is FunGame Chris, once again here with Will. Will, can you tell me a little bit about the chemistry of you guys' team this year and your expectations?
I think we should have really good chemistry. We got like 6 or 7 guys coming back, and we all played a pretty big part for the most part last year. So I think we should be a pretty tight-knit group. I think we should be all right.
And what would you say? You're a senior this year, so big year for you. What would you say that your role is going to be this year, and as far as the expectations the coaches have on you for this year?
To help lead and then play, have a strong head out there, make good decisions.
Nice. And so this hasn't been a normal off season at all with COVID. Can you tell me how you have personally handled it yourself, staying in shape, staying basketball ready? How have you handled that?
So as far as over the summer, we were partially closed for part of the summer, so going to people's houses, working out in driveways, going to lift other places when this was closed, and then when we get in here, put in good work.
All right, Henry, real quick, tell me a little bit about what you feel that your role is going to be this year. You're a senior?
Yep.
Okay.
Definitely as a leader. I've been on the team for 3 years. I've played varsity for 3 years, so I know how the game works. So we got a lot of younger guys this year, so I'm just gonna try to mentor them and lead us to victories. That's my goal.
Now tell me, you said you had some younger guys. Explain to me how those guys will be helping you guys out this year, and explain to me the chemistry of this team. I know it's early, but the chemistry of this team versus maybe some teams that you've been on in the past.
Yeah, so start off with the chemistry. It's definitely a lot of new guys. So because we lost a lot of guys last year, either because they play football or they graduated. So definitely got to build the chemistry through practices. Keeping the energy high, and with younger guys, we have a lot of new guards. So they're going to contribute by coming every day, working hard, because we don't have the 1 and 2 are open. So, and it's anyone's game. So one of the guys just got to take control, and yeah.
Nice. So I think I was looking at you guys' schedule. You guys have some heat. What would you say about you guys' schedule, and who do you think that will be some of your toughest games coming up?
Oh yeah, we definitely have a really tough schedule this year. I'd say probably the first game where we'll really show what kind of team we are is Lutheran East is our second game of the year. Like middle of December, kind of like December 9th or something. So I know they have some good guards over there. So it's gonna be a real test for our guards. They also got another good big committed to Georgetown. On other tests, same area on New Year's Eve always. Coach Cam gets to coach against his father. That's always a good one. And then Ed's is always. And other than that, it's just a really tough schedule overall.
So I'm here with Coach Cam. This is his second year. Coach, can you tell me your approach? Last year was a little different. Your first year, got your whistle wet. Can you tell me the difference with your approach this year heading into the 2020-2021 season?
Yeah, I think I'm more relaxed. I know what to expect. Last year I didn't know what to expect as far as what was going to work in games. I didn't know what to expect out of my roster, honestly. I hadn't seen them all together in games. I had to figure out a rotation, figure out what lineups. This year I know what team I have. I know who's going to provide me good minutes in the front court, good minutes in the back court. So it's like I said, there's no surprises. I'm just coming in a lot more relaxed, a lot more calmer, and a lot more prepared.
Right. Now, I want to speak to that too, as you know that this hasn't been a normal off season. So with it being your first off season, it's been you got a curveball thrown at you. So tell me how you've been able to prepare through this COVID off season and keep the guys' minds stayed on basketball, and how have you prepared your coaching staff? Explain a little bit about that.
I think the biggest thing we got to take from it is appreciate what you get. So be whatever. We got to be a little flexible with schedule. So, hey, whatever, we may get 3 games and they may cancel the season. We may get 10 games in the playoff. We may get a full season and be okay. We may be playing somebody on Saturday and somebody on our team gets it or somebody on that team gets it, and we have to cancel that game and schedule another game, all within 24 hours. So being flexible, but also being grateful and appreciative of whatever we get. Because obviously COVID has shown us basketball is small in the grand scheme of things. So be grateful that we're getting this opportunity to still play. And when we get on that court, give it your all, because that may be your last time. You know how it is, like, there is no tomorrow. Well, it may not be no tomorrow, with the season. So,
great points, great points. Now, tell me real quick. Tell me a little bit about the matchup with your dad, man, and you guys come from now it's a coaching family. Your brother's coaching, your dad's coaching, and now you. Explain to me what that game means to you, and you know how it went last year, and maybe some of the different approaches that you may approach it this year.
Yeah, I would say honestly, last year I kind of didn't. I didn't enjoy the game at all. I just felt like me and my dad took away from the game. Me and my dad didn't score one bucket, and he'll tell you the same thing. I mean, it was a great family moment. A lot of our family, my sisters, and everybody was here to see it, so we appreciate that. And it's something I could look back down the road and appreciate a lot more. But in the heat of the battle, I want to win. I want to beat him, just like he want to beat me. So, but obviously, it's a cool thing to coach against your father. But I'm about the kids, and so is he. And so obviously, I know everybody gets, you know, hey, dad, father versus son, and all that, and I respect it. But I want to win. I'm not just playing to be like, oh, you lost your dad. No, we're going to be, when we get him here, we're preparing to win, just like he's going to be preparing to win. So I'm excited about it.
Great political answer.
Yeah.
Great political answer. Well, Cam, I appreciate you allowing us to be here, man, to witness your practice. You guys look good for it to be the second practice, man. So appreciate it, man. I want you to look in the camera and say, St. Ignatius is locked in.
St. Ignatius is locked in.
St. Ignatius is locked in.
St. Ignatius is locked in. Thanks for having me.